Hello everyone, Dale over here. Warning, this video will contain pictures from my Divine art, and also warning, it's going to contain major spoilers from Critical Role episode 112. The chase begins. So if you haven't seen it, I will say that you should go and watch it. I'll leave links to the episode itself and also a link to a playlist so you can get to where I'm at. This is a spoiler for again Critical Role campaign 2, the Mighty 9, episode 112. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, here we go. And of course, I'm also going to talk about like what I think is going to happen into the future. But first, I will start out with the Ford thing because, like, we are all like, "Oh my God, Advantica!" But I was just like, I kind of knew this was going to happen. It was, of course, a little unlucky for Ford to roll a one and her climbing up of the sea and like being like there. But I was just like, this is just like now it's becoming a little bit too obvious as what like's going to happen because the yellow orb is going to be opening for Okatoa and they're going to fight Okatoa. I don't think like there's any way that they can get out of that without maybe destroying the orb or doing something really crazy to keep this from happening. And I think maybe sadly that Ford is going to be a sacrifice, or maybe Chester or one of the others is going to be a sacrifice for the thing that Ford have in his sleeve. But I do feel like Advantica still has a way to become on her on the good side. Maybe that can, as I said, like the crazy thing could be modified memory. It could also be like her actually realizing what Ugatoa did to her with like her seeing herself. I don't know if she's seen herself yet. But I do feel like there's no way that they're going to get out of this big fight. Something that I was also wondering, the guy that killed Advantica, I just forgot what he's called, but that orc guy or what it was from the island. I was just like, is he going to be one of the lobstermen too? And I'm just going to call them lobstermen because I already forgot what they were, but they were like this lobster fawn with like undead person inside of them, and that's how Advantica is looking right now. I do believe like we're going to see other characters come back from the dead like this, but of course like it was nice to see her again. She's was actually one of my the villains that I was like, okay, she's interesting. This can maybe like grow to something that's better and stuff like that. And I was disappointed like she got killed, but now are like undead and going to take her revenge. But something I was really confused about with the yellow orb was like Ford had the sword with eye inside too, and that was destroyed by lava. So if that destroyed the last orb that Okatoa needs, then he can't be released from his cell. So I don't know why they're all freaking out about this needs to be safe, but maybe who knows that maybe he can be like unlocked with only like the 8 out of 9 orbs that's going to be the ones that are opening that I believe like it has the it just needs to be like linked to all of this with the nine and like all of this with stupid stuff. Like I don't know if that's what Molly and the others are trying to summon. I still think like they're trying to do the live house, like the house that was bleeding and walking into the distance and trying to take over. So yeah, I still feel like that has a whole other like way to escalate that story. But yeah, I do feel like it was interesting to see this, but I was also a little like, okay, now it's becoming a little like predictable. Like, it's still amazing, and I still love watching Critical Role, don't get me wrong, but I talked a little about this last time too. It seemed to be a little bit more planned out from like this point on. Like, I'm not sure because like I have been watching Critical Role for a really long time, and there have been other times where it seemed like it was scripted or it was planned out, but it wasn't. So yeah, I must admit this is like, if this was a coincidence, it's just like, oh my god, that's just so crazy. But going to the thing with Molly Mug, I do believe like they're still trying to either summon that undead house that was bleeding with the souls, and Molly is going to contain all of these souls. He's trying to get himself into becoming a god. I don't know. I don't feel like it's Molly Mug that has the body right now, but the one that has the body right now is using it as an empty shell to contain all of these souls from the living house. So what they're going to do is they're going to either summon the evil house, or like taking the souls from the city, or how to say that, the evil city. Oh yeah, it's not a house, it's a full city. What am I talking about? But yeah, I talked about like that in my other video before, and one of the things that I'm thinking about with the Okatoa thing is that Molly had the tattoo of the eye on his back. Now, I'm not sure if that was just from like the, yeah, you know, the tail feathers of the, yeah, peacock, or if what it was, but you see here, like, I made a drawing of it, and there's this heart with a red eye inside, and I do believe like that is what the living city is going to look like the red eyes, and like that's just going to be like overtaking everything, and including like the I think like it's going to destroy like everything, even if like Okatoa gets released and like they survive. I think like this city is going to be a really big problem, and again, I do still believe like there's going to be a sacrifice. If it's going to be now-ish, I think like that's a little like too early. I think like they're going to save it for the big thing with the city here. But again, my money is now on Ford, Molly Muck, and on Jester, and on who more? Like, I don't know. Like, let me think about it a little bit. I will come back to it because I talked about this before. So like I will remember who I put in there. So yeah, but definitely Jester is going to be all up in this because it's Ford, and she wants to protect Ford, and like I do believe like maybe it's not that too early for this. Maybe it's going to be right on time, and it's going to, like, I know it's terrible, and I know, like, it sounds really sad, but I think, like, I do believe, like, she have become a little bit, too safe, or how to say that without sounding evil, but, like, she have done some stuff where I was just like, yeah, probably be like on the edge right now. So yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, I don't know if she knows anything about, like, the living city coming, and, like, Okatoa being, like, the Okatoa release, but I do believe, like, the traveler might have a notion of, like, the city coming near them, because, like, he also tried himself to, quote unquote, become a god. So I do believe, like, there is the notion of, like, don't do that, like, I do believe, like, Mug is doing something that's way out of his league. So yeah, I do really believe in things like that is going to happen. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I really feel like it's starting to become interesting, and even though I might say it's predictable, who knows, like, maybe in next episode they're all just going to be fine, and even if the big city comes and destroys everything, they're going to be fine. I don't know. That could also be a plot twist, but I don't feel like, I feel like these characters have been through so much. So, like, yeah, I will say, like, there will be a consequence, and the consequence is going to be one of these three characters maybe, like, passing, or, like, something happening to them, maybe being overtaken by evil. That could also be a thing. Like, I know, like, Ford already had the Ogatower overtaking, but, like, we haven't seen Jester or Molly being overtaken by evil. But, like, I don't know how much good Molly actually were before. Like, now we hear a lot about, like, his background story and things like that, where we are finding out that he might not have been that good of a guy. But, like, I still feel like it depends on who is taking his body as the shell. Because I think, like, it's a battle between Molly and the guy that has it now. I forgot his name. Sorry for that. But I think, like, it's like every time he dies, he becomes, like, one of the other. So he started out as the main guy, which I forgot the name of, and then when he died the first time, he became Molly Mug, and then when he then died again, he became the original guy again. That means, like, it's 3 times it happened to him that we know so far. But what if he's like the cat and has 9 lives, and it will just tie in so greatly, and, like, it's going to be amazing to find out, like, he's on his last life, and that's also what is going to be the factor that's going to be necessary to have the necessary room for the city's souls, or how to say that. Because, like, I feel like there's a spell or something that can contain souls, that can, boost a empty shell of a man, or in this case a tiefling. I know, but, like, I also feel like there's some connection to, as I said, the Okatoa thing, and also to the walking city, of course. But I don't think, like, he's going to be there on the boat. That would be a little weird with like them coming up and being like, oh, you're racing Ukatoa. I think like that's a good idea, but who knows. I do believe like that is a thing that might also be a thing that could happen, but I'm not totally sure about that either. So yeah, I don't know about you guys if you have like any good theories, but like my money is on these three guys. Of course, there's also Caleb and Nut and Bo and stuff like that. But yeah, I do believe that and Yasha, of course. I do believe like there's a chance that it could also be Yasha that's going to be a sacrifice, not only because like just became an angel. Like we're becoming we're so attached to her. So anything like bad happening to her now is almost unimaginable. So like I think like that might also be a thing, but like we are attached to all of the characters now. So I think it doesn't matter which one of them they're doing anything to, and it would be heartbreaking with Nut or Caleb too. But definitely my predictions is that something is going to happen to either Ford, to Molly Mark, or to Jester. So yeah, keep eyes out for that. It could also be really interesting if they if they turned her evil back again to not being an angel, so she got like black wings. Huh. Well, I don't think like they're going to do that and go in that direction, because like she have been fighting for so long for her wings, so like that would be even more devastating than actually her being like, yeah, I'm not in the series no more. But like again, as I said, I don't know, like maybe they will fight, and as I said, like everything is going to be fine, but my predictions is like the yellow orb is going to be like captured or like taken away. It's going to fall off the side of the ship or something like that, and like they're going to wake up Okatoa. Like there's no other way that this is going to play out. Like I don't know what they're going to do about it, but like I can't wait and see, that's for sure. But first of all, we are going to have the Avantika fight, and I think like it could be interesting if they like turn her again, like if they turn her to the good side again, and like Okatoa gets released and she is actually fighting, with the good guys, even though that she's turned evil. Like that would be really interesting, and also something that I don't think is going to happen, because like as a GM I don't see how that would be happening. But as I said, like stuff that's really crazy can happen. So yeah, I don't know, you guys. I really feel like these new episodes are really interesting. I can't wait to see the next one, and I'm going to leave again links to all of this in the description down below. If you have any theories about like what is going to happen with like the Avantika fight, the Okatoa release, or like the Living City coming with all of the souls for Molly Mark, then let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that was actually all for today. Sorry for it being a little long, but yeah, I just had a lot of stuff to talk about, I think. So yeah, that's actually all. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones. And that's actually all. Yeah, okay. Bye bye.